Welcome to Data Visionary and welcome to this Power BI tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll learn about Power BI from beginning to advance. The idea of this tutorial is to give you maximum output with the minimum possible time. Why to learn Power BI? Because Power BI has been number one tool in BI space for many years and many companies are already shifting towards Power BI from their existing solutions. So you must learn Power BI in order to understand how it works. So without delaying, let's get started. Power BI mainly has three components: Power BI Desktop, Power BI Services and Power BI Mobile. You have to install Power BI Desktop on your machine and here you can create reports and you can see it on your desktop. If you want to share with your colleagues or friends, then you have to publish those dashboards and it will get published on Power BI Services. Power BI Services is completely web-based tool and here you don't have to download anything. Here also you can create reports and dashboards and you can also share and save it in different folders. Power BI Mobile, you have to download Power BI mobile app and it is very handy for the people who are constantly on the move so that they can check all the KPIs and reports and dashboards on their tablet or on their phone. So these are the three main components. Going forward, we'll be more focusing on Power BI Desktop. So for that, you have to download Power BI Desktop from the web. So we'll see how you can do it. So you have to go to google.com and just search for Power BI Desktop and click the first link. Here you saw a lot of options and here you can see Microsoft Power BI Desktop and just click on the advanced download options. Don't click on the download and here you can select any other languages if want, but by default it is English. So you can click on download and here by default you can download this setup, but if your machine is 64-bit then you should download this. So I've already downloaded this on my desktop, so you just have to click next and it will download here. So for example, if I click next, just downloaded file is here, so it is downloading. I'll cancel this. I already have it on my machine. So you'll get this exe file on your machine. You just have to double click on this and you have to do what is and the next and just like any other setup wizard and you will be able to install the Power BI desktop. Once you install that, you will see this window where you would get a Power BI desktop pop up. Here you can get the data, you can enter the data, fetch the data from some file or some recent files and open any other reports and collaborate and share, and you have to buy a license for that. And here are a lot of other details like what's new. You can check the Power BI blog, forums, tutorials, all those things. For time being we won't buy anything, we'll just cancel it because you don't need that. So here you see the Power BI desktop in all its glory, and here you have a standard Microsoft ribbon you can see, and in the middle we have a lot of options to add data. So this is how you install Power BI desktop. Now let's have a walkthrough of the tool. Here you can see this is the main canvas of your tool where we'll be putting all our charts and visualizations. Here you'll see options of adding the data from various sources, and you will have similar options here as well. Get data, you'll see frequently used ones and you can click on more, and here you have all kind of data sources available from which you can select, and there are some others as well. But if you want to find something, you can just type example SAP and you will see all the options for SAP available here. So you can connect to the database and that data sources, and here you have those options here in out as well, like Excel workbook, SQL server, one lake data hub, a lot of options available here, and you'll see all of them. Here you can transform data as well, the option is available, and you can refresh the data as well. Here you can get new visuals, text box, more visuals from app source as well. You'll see that as well. Here you can use new measures and quick measures, you can add it just like any other Microsoft Office tool. It you also has option of save as, things like that you can do here. And then you have insert option here. Here again we have new visuals and more visuals options, same options. You can add new pages, you can add from pages here, page 1, page 2, or from here as well, like this. And here we have QA, key influencer decomposition, some of the things we will be seeing in this lecture. And here you have more options, but those are related to the cloud workflow. And you can add this text box, button shapes, image, however you like. We have some options under modeling as well, like manage relationships, adding a table, adding a measure, which you already saw on the home screen. You can detect the data and you can add new parameters. There are some security options as well, and there are Q&A option. This is one feature in Power BI. Under view, these are the cosmetics things. You can have pages, a page view, mobile layout, and you can also see mobile layout here at the bottom. And similarly we have it here. You can add grid lines and things like that here. And you have filters, bookmarks. These are all cosmetics you have. Under optimize, you can try to optimize data. You can stop the refresh of the data, and you can also do the performance analysis. This is a typical help option where you have documentation and stuff like that. Then coming back to this, here you have report view. You can see it here where we'll be having the report view. Next is table view. When you click on this, when you have the data, you will see all the data in the table format here, and you will see how it works. Next is model view. Here, if you have more than one data sources, and you can map a relationship between them, and we'll see how it works. Coming back to the report view, then we have options of filters here. Filters are very important in dashboarding for reporting. So here you can add all kinds of filters. Then you have visuals, and you have different kind of charts. Options are available, and we'll be seeing most of how it works. And here you have formatting of a report page. All the cosmetic options are available here, and we can check them out throughout the course. Here we have the data. You can get the data. Basically, once you face the data, that Power BI desktop, you will see all the fields available here. And then you have options of share. You can share the report which will create. For that you have to sign in here. For that you have to do Power BI web license. The desktop is completely free, but for Power BI web you have to have access. You have to purchase it, or your employer can provide it. Once you have the access, you can share your reports with all your colleagues as well. So this was all about walkthrough Power BI desktop. We'll be creating our first chart in Power BI, and you'll see how easy and intuitive it is. So here I can import from any of these options. I have my data in my Excel. You can see I have three sheets: orders, returns, and users. So these are the sheets I have. So here you can input from Excel, or you can use this option, or you can use this option. All are same. Or you can go into more, and here you see, as you know, there are all kind of options available. IBM, SAP, all these options are available. But my data is in Excel, so I'll select this and say connect. And here this is my file, sample superstar subset Excel. So I'll select this, say open. So here you'll see the data is getting loaded here, and we have three sheets: orders, returns, and users. Now uh, now this is loaded. Let's see the preview. I'll click on orders, and you can see I have all the data here which was in my Excel. So you can see all this data has come here. All the options are available here, and you can see the preview of any of these sheets. There's returns and there's users, and you can see here there's a problem with the headers as well, but we'll see how to resolve it for later. So for time being, I'll just get the orders data in. I just want order data. I have selected only orders, so it will just load the data. I'll click here and again click here to see the preview. I can load it from here, or I can directly transform the data as well, but I'll load it first. So this is getting loaded here, order sheet. You can see the message here. So it is loaded, and you can see the data is available here, orders, and you can just expand this and you'll see all the columns are available here. Now what I will do is I'll just select sales. Here I want to see region wide sales, and I don't even have to select the chart from here. It automatically has selected this chart. You see clustered column chart. You can change it if you want, but it has directly by default selected the chart. So I can just expand this, and here you can see sum of sales by region, and you can see central is doing better and south region is doing the least sales. You saw how quick and easy and intuitive it is to create chart in Power BI. So you saw how it works, and you can always change the chart if you want. Like this, you can switch to any other charts and the data will be available. Now we'll see how you can transform the data. You can edit the data. For that, you have to go there, transform data, and click here, transform data. So it will give you a new window, and here you can see your data is available. All the columns from your order sheets are available here. Now here you have a lot of options to manipulate data, and we'll be seeing a few of these throughout the course. You can transform the data with various options here. You can add columns, you can view things, and you can use tools. Now here you'll see we have this data, and in properties we have applied steps. So you'll see all the steps which got applied on the data already. This is applied by system. You can see those steps here. So I can click here source, so it will show me these are the three sheets I had, and from that we have selected the order cell. Navigation, you'll see there's the data, and this is how it got updated. You'll see the header is here and not at the top, but automatically system promoted the header. If you see this step, they have promoted the header. In case it is not promoted, you can always use this option, use first row as a header. You can manually also do it, but here everything got documented and the header got promoted automatically. And here you will see the discount, you'll see it alphanumerical, but as you know, this discount should not be alphanumerical. Similar for shopping cost as well, you'll see it has automatically changed the type. So it changed to integer, you'll see, and here you'll see the details as well. For discount, it is numbered now. So at each level, you'll see the documentation is done. How the header got promoted, how the selected from navigation source, everything is given here. So these are the steps which are already performed by the system. Now, if I want to modify further, so what I'll do is I will take one value here. For example, sales. I want to create another column which gives me the text applied on this value. So what I'll do is I'll right click here and say duplicate column. So I've got sales and sales copy. Here I'll double click on this and rename it as text. So this is my text. So here I already know the text is flat 10%. So text is already selected. So what I'll do is I'll go to transform, and here under standard I will say multiply. So to get 10% of sales, what I'll have to do is I have to multiply by 0.1. It will be 10%. So I say okay. And here you will see for 5.9 or 0.59 is the text. So here you will see how everything is getting documented. First we duplicate the column, right, sales copy, then we renamed it to text, and then multiplied it to get the 10%. Similarly, you can also do one thing for customer name. Here customer name, you see I want to split into first name and last name. So what I can do is I can select this and say split this column using delimiter. Here I have delimiter of space already. Select that. Here space by default is selected, but you have other options as well in case you have data has. But I don't want to split it on each occurrence, so I just say on the leftmost delimiter because I want to split only one time, and I say okay. So here I've got customer name 1 and customer name 2. So here it got split at the space level, and I can rename this customer first name, and I'm just double clicking here to rename last name. I got the here, and everything got added here. So you see split column first, then change types, and then rename the columns. Here you'll see everything is getting documented as well. What we have done in this, we have added the text column and splitted the customer into two. You saw all the applied steps are added here. Some are applied by system, some applied by us. So what can we do? Save is close and apply. So I click here and say close and apply. So this data is get updated. This is getting updated. And now let's see whether we got the customer name, last name, we got it, and first name also. First name and last name, and we also got text here. So we can add the text here between different charts. Um, so you can see there's the text which got added. So this is how you transform data. It's very simple and easy to do, and you can switch between the charts and you can add new columns, split the columns, and do all kind of manipulation. This section will see all the formatting option which are available in Power BI. So for that, what I'll do is I'll create a copy of this and I'll do all the changes in this copy. So it is exactly the same page. All things got copied into this page. Now here you'll see this chart. Okay, this chart and this page. So there's a difference between both of them. So there's a different formatting options which are available. So I'll select first page here, and here you see I have options of adding charts which we have added here. For example, add, and here you have formatting options. So here you have visuals options of adding the charts. Here you have option of formatting. We have already added the chart here. Let's see the option formatting. So here you have search option. You can search through any of this. You can directly search, or you can go on one by one. You have page information. What I can do is I can just rename it like page 2. I can rename here as well, but the option is available here. And if you want to allow this as tooltip, for example, you can activate this and use this as tooltip in some other chart. For example, I go here, I change this chart for example, quickly show you how it works. I make it like this, and if I want to add a tooltip, I select this and I go here under visual general. Here tooltip is on. For example, I want to select a report page, this report page, and I select there's my page 2. So when I go here, it will show the chart, relevant chart as a tooltip. So that's how you use tooltip here. The option is there. I'll again select the page, go here. So you have that tooltip option, so, and you can also allow for Q&A as well. Here you can give a reference name which can be used while using Q&A. So there is an option of A in Power BI where you can ask the question. We'll see one example. So you can name that here, and you can always reset to default, right? So tooltip is gone. Canvas setting, you can change the layout like 4:3 or letter format. There's the page, how it is looking like now, or custom. You can decide the pixels here. I'll just keep it as it is. And you can also have alignment like vertical or top like this. So this canvas setting, canvas background, also you can select a color. For example, I'll just select a random color here, and this is not visible because the transparent is 100%. So I'll just reduce it. You can see the color now. You can add an image if you want. I can select here and just take any random image, and you can see it at the background. Let's reduce the size here. You can see the background image are here. If I go back here under canvas group background, and here you can see the image as well uh, as color. Here you can decide the transparency. If you have higher, it won't be visible. Now I can select the wallpaper. Similarly, I can set a color and things like that here at the background, and I can select the image as well. Filter pan, I can change the color for filter pan. For example, I can change it like this. You can see the text has changed, and for everything you can change. And for example, I can change the background for this filter pan. For example, for background, I can select this is my background, and you can see this is how it is. It will reset to default. So you can do this, and you can obviously change the font and signs and things like that. And similarly, you have options for filters cards. So these are all the options for the page. Now we'll go for the chart. Now I'll select this chart. Okay, chart has different options. So I'll go here. You have x-axis, y-axis, leisure, and things like that. I'll go here. I can say remove the x-axis. So this is the x-axis you have. I'll say off. It got removed here, or I can just put it back. You can decide the font and size, these and color, everything like this, right? These are the basic properties you can select. And you can remove this title. For example, the title of region is getting removed here, and you can select the layout. So options is available. Similarly, y axis also you can decide the scale. For example, it is 0.51. You can set the minimum as this, and it will change accordingly. For maximum also you can say 1 maximum, and then it is getting changed accordingly. But I can always reset to default, and I can invert the range if I want. I have inverted the range here. It's upside down now, and values if I want to remove. For example, I can select this, and the values are getting removed on this side. Title also I can remove. There's the title for the y-axis and legends. these are the legends, and if I select this, I don't want to legends, it will get removed. And under this also you have options of where you want to show this center, right, or anything like that, where it will come. So you can change the out position as you deem it. So you can change the text and things like that. All the options are available here. Then you have grid lines. You can set the grid lines. Here you have small grid lines, you can see it. So let me make it solid here and increase the width, so you can see the grid lines now. And I can remove the grid lines here. So it is option, you can use it as you deem fit. I can reset to default. I go back here, zoom slider. If I put it like this, you can see the slider is here. You can zoom like this. The option is available. On the columns, you have options of colors. There's are colors. If I want to change, I can see this is my color now. I can change it like that, or reversal order. Spacing also you can do. If I want to increase the spacing, so you can see the spacing is increasing. A lot of options are available basically. Do the formatting here. So you have to explore basically and see which thing fits for you. So data labels, I can add the data labels here. You can see I can remove as well. And here also I have options of showing or not showing, and you can decide how you want to display this. And there are other options, positioning, how you want to position these values. So I say sideways, so it will go here. And if I say inside n, it will be like this. So a lot of options are available for values also. You can change display unit to, for example, thousands. It's in million right now, so I say thousands and it will change. So like that you can do a lot of things here. Similar for background, you can do things in background as well. And total levels also you can change, you can show on, and it will show on the levels here. And here also you can set a lot of things like units and decimal values. For example, if I increase the decimal values, it will show me accordingly, and I can decrease it as well. Plot area background, you can put some image if you want, like this. You can see the image here and you can add it for the formatting. So these are the various formatting available for chart as well as your page. So both are different, and these are all the options you need. Create or modify all the elements in your chart or page. When you have two measures, measures are nothing but values like profit, discount, shipping cost. These are measures. So if you have two measures with different scale, how do you use it? So here I will say another page, and here I can just select this chart. When you see this chart, you will see that we have bar as well as the line chart. So let's see if I add two different scale measures, how it reacts. So I say I want to see my profit along with my discount, but I want to break it up. So what I'll do is I'll say I want to see as my customer segment, but here it is not properly done because both move directly to y-axis. What I'll do is I will move this discount to line y-axis. Now here you'll see we have two options. This is sum of discount, and this is scale for sum. And this is there's the sum of profit and the scale of profit. It's in millions, and it is just normal numbers. And here you can analyze that we have different segments like corporate, small business, home, offices, consumers, and you can see discount in huge in corporate, but profit is also huge because we are playing volume game here, probably here. But small business I'm hardly giving any discount, and still we have a decent profit. Home office, again we have decent profit and discount, decent number of discount values. So this is how you can analyze measures which have different scales. So this is also called as dual chart. So this was all about dual chart. In this section we'll learn about something very interesting. It's called scatter chart. Scatter chart you use when you want to find the relationship between two measures. Measures means value. For example, here I want to find whether there is a relationship between profit time earning and the discount I'm giving. So here you can just click this, and you can drag and drop here as well. For example, I can just cancel this and drag the profit here on x-axis and discount on y. So you see I have the data point, and but I want to analyze it further. So what I'll do here, I will select this order date here, and it goes to the value field, and here I have 4 data points, but it is coming as this because it is getting selected as data hierarchy. I'll select it as order date. I just want to analyze via order date. So here you'll see it's truly scatter chart, and here you'll see sum of profit. Here we have a lot of things in positive profit and a lot of things in negative profit, and here you have a scale of discount, how your discount is increasing. If I want to analyze it further and see how my product categories are performing on this, I'll select this product category. Here you will see we have product categories. For example, furniture, office supplies, technology, various colors are given. Here you can see I don't have much profit of lot of office supplies. You'll see even when I'm giving huge discounts, I'm hardly earning any profit. So here you can see maybe this block which you see here, where you have high discount and low profit. Maybe uh, you can analyze it further and see what is wrong with this and dig it deeper. You can just right click here and say show this table. It will show you day wise data for the day. Here you will see some discount and some profit, so you can go further to analyze it further. So but the idea is to see what is the relationship between discount and profit, and you see even we have enough discount, there is negative profit. So better do something about this section of data. So this is how scatter chart works. You can find relationship between two different measures, and there's one more cool feature here. You can go to play axis here, and you can go here, order date, select this year here. So I drag and drop here, and you'll see we have this x-axis here, and around 10, 11, 12, 13, and this data is for 10 to 13. So here if I play this, it will change over the period 11, 12, 13. So you can see how the data landscape data points are changing. So it is nice visualization where you can see how these things are changing over the period. So this is a nice way of finding relationship between two measures and take correct action. So this is all about scatter chart. In this section, we learn about map visualization. I want to plot my data on globe and see how it looks. I'll select this map and will increase it. I want to see city-wise data. So you can see for all the cities, data has been mapped here, and I want to see discount-wise data. So select this, and here you will see some of the discount for the city. Bigger the bubble size and bigger the discount. For example, this is the big one, so here it is. Then similarly you can check for all these cities. So the idea is if you have correctly spelled the city name, it is automatically take the data point on the globe. If you have misspelled any city, it won't be coming discount. And for example, I want to see profit along with discount. So what I can do is I can just drag the profit here to tooltip, and I go here, I can see profit as well as discount both. So this is how you can visualize your data on a globe directly with just city name. And if you want to have a pinpointed perfect data, then you can add latitude and longitude in your file, and then it will perfectly align with the pinpointed data on the map. So you can use city name or you can use latitude, longitude data as well. So this is all about map visualization. In this section, what we will do is we'll learn how various filters work in Power BI. So for that, I'll create some visualization first. For example, city profit, city wise profit. I can see it here. By default, it's coming and taking map here. Let's take a pie chart here, and I say show me profit by product category. For example, I'll create one more here. I select this and I say show me the discount by customer segment. So here you'll see these are the 3 charts I've selected, and all are connected to each other. I'll show you how. When I click on small business, for example, it filters data across all the charts. So it is filtering on small businesses for all the charts on the screen. For example, if I select corporate, it will change accordingly. And if I want to select multiple, for example here, I can just press Ctrl and select this. So this is how it will look. And if I select everything, it will come like this. And similarly, you can do here as well. If I select this, it is just showing me technology data across these 3 charts. So this is how this filtering works. All are connected to each other. Now there is an option of other filtering as well here. So here we have visualize, that is a chart wise filtering. For example, if I select this, these are the options I have: customer segment, sum of discount. So for example, if I select this consumer, it will just filter this chart and not the other charts. Similarly, if I select this and select product category as furniture, it will just filter out this one, and I will select all here and I will select all here as well. So here you can see visual wise filtering. If you want to do filtering throughout the page, then you can use filter on the page here. For example, I can just drag product category here, and here I can do the filtering on furniture, for example, and it will impact all the charts on the same page, like this, like this. I can do like this or select all again. And if you want to do it across pages, also you can do it here. You can select any filter and it will filter across pages as well, because this is the filter for all the pages. Now these are the options: chart wise, page wise, and all the pages wise. And I will minimize this, and there's one more option for slicer. I'll select the slicer here. Okay, let me control Z. Let me control Z this. Yeah, so there's one more option here. I'll select slicer here. So I'll select the page first and then the slicer, and here I'll get the product category. So you can see we have furniture, office supplies, and technology also. So this is how we can place it on the screen as well. And one more thing I can do here is I can go up there and slide slating. I can also give option of all select, and here you will see option of select also coming. Otherwise I can remove this. And also you can have this option. You will have to radio button here, and but I don't want this. Now here there's one more cool option available here, where you can change this. So I go here under slicing setting. I can make it as a style, so this looks very cool. So for example, I can just make it look like this, and here you can select whatever you want to select, just like that. So these are like tabs which you can select and use it. So this is very cool feature, I would say. And like this you can display, and you can always press Ctrl and select multiple values like this. There's one more features of slicer. So click on here on the page and click the slicer and select the date. So when you select the date, automatically it gives you the option of dragging like this. So accordingly you can change the data throughout the charts. So these are the some of the options of filters which are very essential. One thing is directly is disconnected to each other. Then you have option of filters here on individual charts throughout the page and throughout all the pages. And then you have options of slicers here which you can use to add filters. So this was all about filters. We'll see some as advanced option of filtering here. For that I'll create a new page, and let me take a customer first name, and let's see profit, and I'll select the chart here. So here you can see all the data here. Now in filter I can go here, and you have already seen this basic filtering where you can select whatever you want to select. But what if I want to select top 10 customer? For example, I want to see top 10 customer profit wise. So I'll drag it here and say show me top 10 customers with sum of profit. So let's say these are my top 10 customer. I can do top 5 customers, like that you can use it. And you can also change it here. So you can clear the filter also. Filtering, you'll see it has contains doesn't contain start all these options. So let's say I want to see all the customers with JOS in their name. So I'll apply filter, and here I got customer with JOS name in their name. So this is how you can apply advanced filtering as well as basic filtering in Power BI, which is very handy because both are available at the same location. So this is how you can apply some advanced filtering in Power BI. In this section, let's see how we can manually enter data into Power BI. So there's an option here, enter data, and double click here, and let's say customer Google. I'm just pressing enter here, and Microsoft, and I can add columns here like sales, and I say 80, 100, 120 like this, you can create data and just give any name uh, like this and say load data. So you already have orders data. Now the sales data will get added to this. So here I can just select these two and I get the data. Let me change the visualization here. So this is how your data looks. So the idea is to quickly enter some data to do some kind of hook analysis. You can directly enter the data here, and you can also copy paste the data from any of your file because it supports the clipboard copy data as well. So you can directly copy paste here as well. So the option is available for your quick analysis. You can enter the data manually and combine with other data which is available in your Power BI desktop. So this was all about manual data entry. In this section, we'll see how you can add more elements to your page. So under insert, you can see text box here. So you can type anything. Sales report, select this, increase the font like this. You can underline, and this is how you can maintain. So you can place it here anywhere you want. Similarly, you can add shapes here. For example, I want to add this. I'll just minimize this like this, and I can highlight it anywhere. Similarly, I can add image here and take an image and just paste it here on the side, for example. So like this, you can add various elements to your page, and you can also add some buttons here. For example, you can just add Q&A here. It will come here, and under properties you can put a action and attach to a Q&A. We'll see how Q&A works later, but the idea is same. You can just press on control and click on this, and you can ask your questions here directly. So this is how you can add text boxes, buttons, shapes, images into your page to enhance it further. And you'll require these options when you go further into Power BI reporting. You'll see these options are very handy. In this session, we'll see how we can merge two data streams in the one and can analyze accordingly. So for that, what I'll do is I'll create a new report. So I click on new report because I want to reload the data to show you how it works. I can do it here as well, but I want to redo everything. So here I'll click on Excel workbook. I use the same Excel. This time we will be taking orders as well as users. If you see users, we have region and manager data which will take, and order as well. So here I say load data. I could have just loaded users data as well into earlier sheet, but I want to show you again. So here you will see we already know this order data because we have worked with this. Here we have new data. Here I see column 1 and 2, so I need to fix this. So I'll go to transform data here. Under users, you can see this column 1 and column 2. So you can clearly see this is my header, region and manager, which is not automatically detected, which was the case in orders. In automatically detected the header, but here it did not. So what we'll do is we'll select here user first OS header. Now this fix, I'll say close and apply. Now I need to join both of these data sources, so orders as well as users. So the common thing is region between both of them. Managers is only exclusive to this sheet, but region is column. To do that, I have to go under model view, and here what I see is it is automatically detected the region here and region here. So if you see here, it has automatically detected the region from the both sheet because the name is same. If I click here, you'll see that this region is connected to this region. Here you only see 3 records because that is the default view, but all the 4 records are connected here. So this is my orders, this is my user, this is the common region, and it is many to one because orders will have multiple record. As you can see, for west we have like and similarly for the region we will have many, but here we only have one record. So okay, say okay, and I'll go back, and here also you can see all the properties relationship, but in case it is not detected automatically, you can map it as it there as well. Now here what I can do is I can combine the data and see the visuals. So for example, till now I could only see profit by region. Now I can see profit by particular manager. So I'll select manager here and select region here. Select sales here, and I will have a chart here, and you can see it here, profit by manager. So you can check with the manager who are logging behind. Sam is a manager who you should set up a one-to-one meeting with to understand why his profit is or sales is less than others. So this is how you can combine two sources of data and work with them together and do the analysis for the combined entity as well. So this is how you do joining and merging here. This section will see how grouping and binding works in Power BI. Before explaining what is grouping and binding, I'll show you and then you'll understand. So let's select this chart here and let me select customer name here, and let's see the sales here. Now here we have the data. Here you can see it is sorted already. So I will select top 5 customers. I'm just pressing Ctrl and selecting. I've selected top 5. I right click and say group this data. When I do that, it creates a new column here, customer name groups, and how we can use it here is I can create a new chart. For example, this is pie chart, say customer name group and sales data. When I selected this, you can see clearly top 5 customers are giving me 5.19% of my sales, and rest is coming from rest of the customers. So top 5 customers are contributing 5%. This is how you can create your own group and analyze the data. And you can always edit this. You go here and say edit groups, and you can rename it like top 5 customers, and you can see the customers here. These are the customers and these are under others, and obviously you can create new groups here using rest of the data as well, and you can have multiple groups like this to analyze your own data here. Here we are creating our own data and analyzing it further. So this is how you can use grouping. Now let's see how we can use binding. So we'll go to a new page here, and for that, for example, I'll take sales here, and let's take order date, and here I see year. Now here if you see I have an option of a year, quarter, month and day. But what if I want to see data half yearly? There's no option for that. So for that what I will do is here I'll click on this. After clicking on this you'll get the option of data groups. Click on this, and here for example I say this is my HY data, half yearly data, and here you can select how many months you want to select. So I say 6 months. So here by default it is giving me the minimum and maximum value, but I can decide on my own as well. So you can decide the size of bins or number of bins you want to collect together. So here I have option, but I'm selecting 6 months here, and I say okay. So here this HY data is created. I will select this and I'll select the sales. So here you'll see this is my HY data. Let me go with this. Yeah, so this is my HY data for each year. I have two blocks here. So this is how you can create your own groups and use it as per your convenience. This is why these bins are very useful and helpful. So this is called binding, and this is called as grouping. Although we are creating groups here as well, but it is called as binding because you are bucketing the data into various bins. So this is how grouping and binding works. I hope you understood how grouping and binding works. As you know and have seen, we have a lot of visualization for all kind of options, but sometimes you need more visuals. For that, what you can do is you can go here and say get more visuals. Here what you would need is access to Power BI service. So you need to have your corporate account or a student ID, or you are subscribed to the Power BI license. If it's not the case, you won't have the access, but still you can look at this video to understand how it works. So here you have to give your office ID. Once you log in, you will end up here, and here you can see all the different charts or options available to you, and here you can filter with various options, and you can choose whatever chart is suitable for your requirement. For example, I can see this is a radar chart. I'll select this. It is already added, but here you can add the app to your desktop by clicking here. and you can see this is successfully imported. So I say okay, here you will see this is my data chart. So I can click here and analyze the data directly. So for example, I can say region wise sales, and you'll see this is how the data looks. So this is how you can download from marketplace and use various apps. Here you'll see paid as well as free apps like Android or Apple Store. Power BI also has their own store where you have free as well as paid charts available, which you can use as per your requirement. So this is how you can download app from marketplace and use it. In this section we'll see a very interesting option called a key influencer. So here we are trying to find a key influencer. With this, what Power BI has done is it has brought machine learning and AI to Power BI, and we'll see how it works. So for example, I want to analyze my sales with respect to shipping cost, with respect to my product categories, discount, and city. So here you'll see it has done some analysis, and you can see key influences. What influences say sales to increase, what are the factors which are increasing your sales. So some of your shipping cost is more than 19.95, then your sales is increasing. So here you can see sales is more likely to increase where some of shipping cost is more than 19.95, and most of the things are more than 19.95. Similarly, product category is furniture. Sales is more likely to increase when product category is furniture. And same thing is with technology, because you can see both have very huge sales because these are the high ticket items. That's why it's showing that focus on these two categories to increase your overall sales. And you can also see top segments. So here what system does it, by default divides data into multiple segments, and you can see it how it works. And I can click one of these, and here you see this segment 1 where product category is not office supplies and sum of shipping cost is greater than 19.95. Basically it's saying focus on furniture and technology because this is the first segment where you don't have office supplies, and second segment is where product category is office supplies. So this is the overall segment. You can understand that focusing on other two categories will be more beneficial to you. When is sales more likely to be low, for example, what will happen? So here you can see it is, if it is office supplies, it is just reversing the things here, and when shipping cost is between 2.4 to 8.79, and then it will influence your sales. So this is a case where Power BI is generating some insights for you which you can use to increase your sales. And here if you want to remove one of these, for example, you can go here on the analysis, you can say I don't want key influencer. You can remove that and you will only have the top segments for low and high. And if you just want key influencers, you can just remove the top segments. So this is how you can hide one of the tabs. If you don't want to display two users, you can do it here. So with key influencers, Power BI has brought in machine learning and AI capabilities into it, which you can leverage to do your answers. In this section, we'll see one more interesting option called as decomposition tree. So here, what you will have to do is you can again do analysis on your measure. For example, I will select, I want to see profit and I want to see how it's getting impacted with various things. For example, region or product category or the priority or city. So here you can see explain the profit using these options. So here if I go here, you can see this is my total profit, and here you can see I have option of high value, low value, or different column wise bifurcations. So what I'll do is I'll see a region wise data, and you can see enter center is doing better. Now that see how the order priority is doing. So here you'll see high priorities are getting me high value, low priority is also getting me high value, high profit, but critical ones are not giving me the good profit. Technically, you will think if order priority is critical, then the customer wants it's urgently and we can charge a premium, but that doesn't seem to be a case. Let's see further. Let's see how it works category wise. And here you can see out of these categories, furniture is actually losing value. So when you have order priority critical and product categories furniture, there's something seriously wrong because we're losing money here. So that shouldn't be the case. So you should dig further and find out what is causing the issues. by going at departmental level and checking with the team why critical order priorities are losing money in furniture category. Maybe there is a SLA and we are not fulfilling the SLA, that's why we are losing the money. That could be the one of the cases. And you can obviously cancel this and check for other values like this. So this is nothing but value priority if you have ever worked on that. So here it's a tree or decomposition tree where you can dig one level at a time and try to analyze your data. So here we try to find why we have this sum of profit using these various characteristics, and we could find that critical order priority in furniture is actually losing money, and this is serious cause of concern. So this is how you can use decomposition tree. This is very handy for the analysis part, and you can find new insights using this. Till now we have used a lot of charts. Let's see if something is still missing. So here I am selecting this chart, and let me select sales here, and then product category, product subcategory. So here this is a typical chart which you get if you click on this, is in horizontal format, the same chart which you saw just right now. So I can add one more thing here like this, so you can see the data look like this. So you have profit as well as sales here. So if I go to clustered bar chart, this is how it looks. It is separate column which you see, and negatives are on the left. And same chart, if I want to see vertically, you can see the same chart vertically available. Let's see a 100% stack bar chart. Here you will see everything is 100% except when you have a negative values. Then you will have something less than 100%, and here you will see the negative value. Same chart in vertical format, you can see here. Line chart, you can see this is how it looks. Obviously here we should have some kind of timeline to see a line chart, to see a trend, but the idea is same. You can use line chart to see data like this. Similar for area chart, here you can see trend plus proportion of the data. We have stacked area chart which is very similar. Then here we have line chart as well. So let me add one more key figure here. So I'll add discount. It got added here, so let me move it here. So here you can see the discount is also available here, so you can analyze multiple measures here. And I use a similar one here. Both were stacked on top of each other. Here we have separate columns here, separate bars. And ribbon chart is almost identical to area chart, is in the ribbon format. And here we have waterfall chart. Let me add profit here instead of sales. Let me add profits. So here you can see it will try to add all these green things and subtract the red things, and there's the total sum, there's the total profit. And each subcategory wise you can see green and red, which is positive and negative profit. Then we can see funnel. There's a nice chart you can see in a sorted order here. Plus scatter chart we already saw. Pie chart, you know how it looks, it's just a bifurcation. Donut chart is pie chart with a hole, same. Then we have tree map. Here the bigger the subcategory profit wise, the bigger the area in this tree map would be. And we have seen map, these are similar ones. And then we have gauge. So gauge, you can set a target value here, you can define a target value here, and then accordingly gauge will show how much is complete. Here by default stays at 50% if you don't have a target value. Then we have cards, so you can define sum of profit like this and define a title like this and add multiple tiles. For example, profit, sales, discount, and things like this. So this is how you use card. Multi-row card, here you have multiple options. So for all subcategories you are seeing the profit. Then we have KPI tile. Here you see the values as well as the trend. Slicer we have already seen. Table is typical table, and matrix is similar to table. Looks very similar with slight difference. And if you know coding, you can do ASCII coding or Python coding. Here we have seen key influencer decomposition tree already. Q&A is available here. Earlier it was only specific to BI service, not is available here. So for example, sales by region, I can just type here and it will show me the data. There's a typo, so here you'll see the data, so you can just type it out. These are available only Power BI services, Smart Narrative and Matrix Review. and paginated reports. Here we have cards as new one. So here what happens is you can have multiple cards. So I can have sales, I can have profit, I can have discount like this. So you don't have to create multiple KPIs. You can just in one, you can have the KPIs like this. Otherwise, you have to create multiple cards here. In this new card, you can add multiple options directly here. And you also have a new slicer. You have seen the old slicer, the new slicer have these tab options. So here you can see, let me change the value here. I'll put a product category. It's very similar to what we have in old slicer, but here directly it comes as a button. Then we have, if you have ArcGIS maps, then you can use this, and if you have some coding knowledge, then you can create these power apps also. And if you want to add more visualization which is not available, then you can download from the marketplace. From here you can get the more visuals if you have the access. So these are the various charts we have in Power BI. We have almost seen everything, and I hope you understood how it is working. In this section, we will see what is what if analysis. We will see how what if analysis work. The basic idea about what if analysis is you want to see tweaking one parameter, how it will impact the other parameter. For example, if I tweak my discount, how it will impact my sales and profit. We can do what if analysis on that. So for that, you have to have a formula. So what I will do is I will go to modeling and a new parameter, and you will see what if written here. I will say what if discount. Okay, so this will be a whole number and range 0 to 20. I will try to change from 0 to 20 one incremental at a time and see how it will impact my sales and profit. And it will add a slicer to this page. I will say okay. So we got the slicer here, as you can see. So I can change it by 1, 2, 3 like that. So we have added this. Now what we will have to do is we have to see after changing this discount how it will impact our sales and profit. For that I have to create a new measure which will be what if profit and what if sales. So we'll create two measures. New measure, I will say, and we have a formula. It will be available in resource section. What we are assuming is whenever there is change in discount by value 1, profit will decrease by 5%. That is our assumption. That is the basic formula which we have got from business. So we will be applying this. So what is happening here, I'm just trying to see this in my 5% discount. I'm just trying to multiply what if discount value with 0.005, and whatever comes I will multiply it with profit and subtract from the original profit. So it will decrease the overall profit by 5%. So this is my formula. So here let's check this formula. There is no error, so this is good. The forms looks good. I'll create another one for sales. So for that we are assuming that a change in the discount will increasing sales of product line. So if I increase my discount, it will increase my sales by 10% for each change in discount. So I'll say okay, and I will add it here and say okay. Again we are doing the same thing, we are increasing it by 10%. So this is good, we are done. Now what I will do is I will add the chart. So I can add this chart, and we'll take a profit, and we'll also take the old profit. So this is my original profit. So it is available, and I will add years as well. So I'm just trying to see. Normally it will be future, but we are just trying to see an example. So we'll understand how it works, and I will create one more for our sales. So we'll select sales here, and we'll select sales from here, and we'll select year. So let me put it here, and let me decrease it. So we have new profit, which will be through what if analysis and original profit, and we have new sales, which will be what if sales and original sales. Although it should be forecasted data, it should be future data, but for example, we are taking the old data. So what will happen if I change my discount by value by 1, then the profit should decrease by 5%, the sales should increase by 10%. So let's see. It's updating, so you can see the changes has happened. Let me drastically change it to so you will able to see the changes. Let me make it 11. So you can see there is increase in sales and decrease in profit. So this is how you work with what if analysis. So you can take the basic formula from business and build your reports around it. So this was all about what if analysis. Power BI has a web-based interface where you can publish your Power BI desktop reports and can directly use it on the web browser. We'll see how it works. I'll quickly create some visualization. So let's say cost discount by customer segment. Now let's region profit. Let's make it a pie chart, and let's have city with sales. Okay, and let me add a filter here. Okay, so we created this, and now we can publish this on the Power BI portal. So I'll click here. You have to save it first. So I say sample report. This is the format PBIX. So I say save. Now you need to enter your work email. So it is asking me to place where I can save it. I say my workplace and say select. Now it's updating, publishing this report. So here we see success message. It means it is published and you can open it from here. And there's one more option of get quick insight. So we'll see it later. So I click here. I can see my report is available here, and all the filters are working here as well. Okay, so this is how you can use app.powerbi.com and directly consume your reports there. So you don't need any desktop application for this. You can directly use it, and there are various options as well. You can save a copy, download this file, and make sure, and you can share it with others if you have pro license. And here you have option of filters as well, and you can edit this as well. So you can edit this, update this as well. The option is available here. So this is how you can publish your report to Power BI portal and consume it there. We'll go further in next section. Thank you. In last section, we created this report and published it here. But the question is how you can refresh it regularly, because if there is a data update, then you want your report to reflect the new data. For that, you have to set a frequency of update, and for that you have to set up a gateway. So this is my report, this is my semantic model. In here I can click and go to settings. Here you'll see options of gateway and cloud connection. It says you don't have anything, so you can install now. So I click here. So it will download the file here. Once it is downloaded, we can just simply install this on our machine, and once that is done, we can set up a refresh frequency here. So let it download first. So I'll just install this on premise data gateway. So just accept this and say install. Will take some time. Remember, we are installing the personal mode because the other modes are available for corporate. So here we are installing on our machine, so that's why we are using personal mode. I'll give my email ID. So it is installed successfully. I can close this, and let's come back here. I go here and go to my workspace, and from here I go to setting. So this is done. Now I can select this, and once you select this and apply, you will have the option of refresh here. So you can switch it on and you can set the frequency, how frequent you want to update this data from your Excel to this report. So you can set the time zone, and in case any failure, you can set that you should get a failure email, or you can add more people if you want to send mail to those people. Maybe consumer of that report, you can send a notification in case there is a failure, so that they know that it has failed, so data won't be available today. So for example, okay, so this is how you can set your own personal gateway on your machine in corporate setup. Obviously your admin will do it on the server itself, so you can use it from there, but if you want to do it at your level, you can do it and set this frequency as well. So this is how you can refresh your data onto portal by installing a gateway on your machine. Till now we have created Power BI reports in Power BI desktop, but now we will be creating a dashboard. Now what is dashboard? Dashboard is usually combination of multiple report visuals which you can combine at a single place, and you can visualize multiple visuals from different reports at a single place. And how to do it, we'll see by creating a dashboard. To create that, you can directly log into app.powerbi.com. So for example, you can just go to this site and log in with your email ID, and here there's an interface, there's home screen. You can create some stuff here. You can enter data manually or can pick up any model which you may have. You can browse things here, and you can get data from one lake data hub also. These are all the workspaces which I have access to. I only have access to my workspace, and in my workspace you can see these are the reports and dashboards we have. So this is the dashboard. Here you can see. So to create a dashboard, what you can do is you can say dashboard and give a name simple, and say here. So here you see there's nothing to add the visuals here. What you can do is you can go to any report from where you want to add the visual. So there's a report which we had created. So here if I want to add this visual, I can go here and say pin visual, and it will give me option of existing dashboards, sample and test. These are two dashboards we have. So we have created sample one, or you can create a new one from here as well, and here you will be able to give a new name to dashboard. What I will use existing one, sample and zip pin, and here I can jump to my dashboard. Here you will see the visual is available here. Now what I will do is I will jump to another report. This is what if report we had created, and I'll pin this visual there and say pin and go to the dashboard. So here you can see I'm combining visuals from different reports to single place as a dashboard, and here you can move things around easily, and you can visualize everything here from different reports. So the idea of dashboard is to combine visuals from different reports which are relevant and present it to the user. So this was all about how you created in the dashboard in Power BI. In last section we quickly created this dashboard. Now here what we'll do is we'll see one more feature called ask a question about your data. So you don't have to visualize anything, you can just simply ask any question you have. So for example, I say top 5 cities by so it is assuming by discount, but I want by profit, so I can write like this, profit, and I get the visual with the profit also here. And here you can change, if you don't like this visual, you can change it to anything you want, and then you can pin the visual to the dashboard, and you can jump to this and you will see the pinning here. I can ask more question. Top customer by sales. So this is my top customer, Gordon Burnett is my top customer by sales, and I can pin this as well. Right, so you can pin like this, and you can simply ask your question to data, and it will create all the visualization for you. All you have to do is to add it to your dashboard. This is very interesting feature which you can use, which we have seen in desktop as well. It's available here in dashboard as well, and you can ask your data question and you will get a visual in reply. Now there's one more option under my workspace. If I go here and if I go to my sample report, here the option is quick insight, which also we saw on our desktop when we published it. Here we had the option of quick insight. So same thing, you can do it here. You can find quick insights into a report. So I can click here. Normally you will get a pop-up saying that quick insights are getting built, and it takes some time, so I already created it. Once it's created, you will see this visual which are available. So what Power BI is doing, it is finding all the insights which you may have overlooked and it is presenting to you. So whatever you like, you can add it to your dashboard. So for example, profit by ship mode. So regular air account for majority of the profit. This is interesting insight which you can pin it for your boss or end users. You can say pin visual and say pin right, and I go back, and here you see average of shipping cost. Furniture has noticeably more shipping cost, which is logical also. And there are more things like this: average of unit price by subcategory. Fax and office machines have noticeably more unit price. So that is interesting insights. You may like to add it to your dashboard. And here you can see Mississippi has noticeably less profit, so maybe something is going wrong here, so you can highlight that as well. So this is how you can highlight these insights into your dashboard. So these are automatically created by Power BI for you, and you can directly leverage them into your dashboard and directly start using them, these insights, into dashboard itself. So you don't have to think too much. This system does all the thinking for you and add it. And if you think something is missing, you can add your own visuals by asking the data or creating a report. So this is how you can ask a question to your data and also find a quick insight leveraging Power BI capabilities. As you know, Power BI has three components: Power BI Desktop, Power BI Services, Power BI Mobile. And we have seen the features of Power BI Desktop, Power BI Services, and now we'll see how we can use Power BI Mobile. Basically, the idea is to show a report on the go. So if someone is traveling or wants to see a report or dashboard on his or her mobile, he or she should be able to do it without any issues. So what you have to do is that is you have to download a mobile app from App Store or a Play Store, and you can log in into and can utilize any of the report which you have created. So we'll see that right now. In this demo, we'll use Power BI app from Play Store, and you'll see how it works. So I click on the app and I get all the reports here. I will select one of the reports, sample report 3, and I can see all the visualization getting loaded and loaded. Now I can use any filter like date range, and I will reduce the range, and the data is getting updated accordingly. I can select any of the bar and data is showing for South. Similarly, I can select a month as of January, and it will update the data for January. And that's how you use it, a mobile report in Power BI. For using Power BI with a mobile option, you don't need anything other than an app from respective the App Store or Play Store. You can simply log in using your powerbi.com credentials, and you can access all your reports which you have stored there, and there is no need of any other setting or app to view the reports. So this covers the part that how you use the Power BI mobile. Till now we have learned a lot of things with Power BI desktop. We have seen a lot of feature. In this session we'll combine all the learnings and try to create a nice Power BI desktop report. So let's go. I'll create from scratch. So I'll load the same dataset. We'll take orders and users. You can see data is loaded, but we know there is a problem with columns, so I'll go to transform data. Here we'll move the first row to header. Okay, region manager are coming correctly now. Close and apply. It's corrected. Let's check the model part. You can see here the mapping is already done between region, and so I'll double click. So here you can see the region and are auto mapped, and they have a similar name, and the system could identify the relationship between them. You say okay. Here also you can see. I go back here. Now we'll start the design. So what I will do is I'll take the visual of card and we'll take sales. So here you'll see we can create a nice card like this. Here I'll take one more and say profit. Can do like this, or now we have a new design, so I'll use this new card. Here what I can do is I can have multiple KPIs like this. this profit, this discount, this shopping cost. So in one go I can just create 4 cards. So I'll just delete them, just click them and press delete, and I can just move it up. So we got this now. Let's go for the next chart. I'll click here, select manager and sales. I'll say per chart. Okay, I got this here. Now let's say city wise profit. So we have city wise profit here. So here I will say profit by order priority. I'll say donut chart here. So here we have got a nice chart. Below here we will have sales, profit, order date, increases. We'll make it into an area chart, and here I want to filter the data because it is too granular. So I'll go here and see year wise filtering. I'll select basic filtering and say 2013. So this is just 2013 data but still very granular. So I'll active the hierarchy and we'll go one step up. So here you can see month wise data is available now. Next I'll create a scatter chart here, and here we'll have profit, shipping cost, order date, and here I will select the order date, not hierarchy. So here you will get a nice chart like this. So here you can see we created this Power BI desktop report so fast, so quick, in no time, and with great actionable items. So you can understand how easy it is to create a Power BI desktop report if you know what you want to build. It is very intuitive and very fast. So thank you for being with me for learning this Power BI desktop journey where you could explore almost all the parts in such a short time.